I moved into this house a week and a half ago. And in that week and a half, I've been unpacking. I've been trying to figure out where I want my furniture. I've been figuring out what furniture I need. And I feel like I finally got into the fun part of moving in, which is decorating. And I have these beautiful built-in shelves that I hate the decor on right now. I had a bar cart. The bar cart didn't make it in the move. And I think just everything from the bar cart ended up on the shelves. And it's just not the vibe. So I found some inspiration photos. I'm going to put the inspiration photos here. These inspiration photos are exactly what I want to recreate. I love how homey and cozy these are. And when I thought about decorating my own shelves like this, I realized that I don't have anything that's in that style. So my plan today is to go and try to find things that are in this style so that I can decorate the shelves the way that I want to. So I think I'm looking for vintage books. I think I'm looking for blue and white plates. I think I'm looking even for like wooden decor, and I think a candle could be thrown in there because I'll expose the shelves. On this shelf, we have binoculars, a candle, a huge book, more books, and a little Lego Porsche, and then just random junk here. And then on this shelf, we have the entire bar cart up here. We have a case of shot glasses. We have more random books. We have a game and another candle. So the shelves are not the vibe, and we're gonna fix that. I don't think I've been in so many stores back to back, which was like exactly what I was looking for. And then I ended up having an interesting conversation with one of the women who worked at one of the stores. And she was like, when you're picking out pieces for decorating your home, you want to make sure that it's very personable to you and means something to you. And so she was questioning me because I had a few things up on the counter, and she was like, but why these things? And I was like, that's a really interesting question. And she was like, I don't think that you should rush decorating your house, especially when you're choosing vintage finds, because you want it to be something that's meaningful to you. And so it kind of changed my whole perspective on the shelf situation, which is going to be solved, but I do think that it's going to be a process that takes a little bit of time. But I honestly felt so creative going in those stores and just seeing how amazing people are at design and finding vintage things and putting them together. And to be honest, it gave me a ton of inspiration and helped me find a lot more clarity with what I wanted to do with the shelf. I've been experimenting a lot with gluten-free baking because my fiance is gluten-free and I want him to be able to enjoy the creations that I make. Last week, I made homemade bread, and I don't want to say that the bread was like terrible, but I didn't think it was wonderful. So I just made my first ever homemade bread. So we're gonna do a taste test. What else would we do in this moment? I'm not gonna lie though, it actually looks like bread. Not horrible, not amazing. And I think it was because of the flour that I was using. So I think that I just chose like the wrong gluten-free flour. The texture was fine. Everything about it was fine other than it had a weird taste. So I went and bought a different flour, and I kind of want to attempt to make the bread again because I want to have fresh homemade bread at home every single week. I love eating bread. I think it's delicious. For so long, I had the egg ick and I just couldn't eat eggs and I just hated them and I thought they were disgusting. And then I got over my egg ick and now I literally eat, I'm not even kidding, 20 eggs a week. So if you're going through your egg ick phase, there's hope for you, because I genuinely thought I would never eat eggs again, and here I am eating them literally every day. I went to a really interesting event last night. It was hosted by Esther Perel. It was a conversation about relationships, and the direction that she took it was about modern relationships. She asked us who all worked in front of a computer all day, and like 90% of the people's hands went up. And she said, okay, so you work in front of a computer all day long, and then all you want to do after work is get away from a screen, close down the digital world, but you're so tired after work that you end up sitting in front of the TV because it's all you can do because you're so tired. And then you realize that you're actually sitting there scrolling on social media, and you look over and you realize that your partner's doing the same thing. At that point, you're not even in the same universe as each other. You're not present with each other anymore. And it's this bad habit that we get used to and we repeat over and over. And especially if you live with your partner, you become overly comfortable with them and you end up neglecting them without even realizing it because you're so into your technology. And she said, people are surprised when cactuses die, but you even have to water those. And I thought it was so interesting because her analogy there was talking about how if you wanted a fruitful relationship, you have to water it, you have to nurture it, you have to be present with each other, and to kind of rethink what being present means with each other. She also went on to say, we often give like 100% of our social battery away to our friends or away at work, and then we come home to our partner and we're like, oh, we're too tired, I don't want to hang out tonight, blah, blah, whatever. And you're neglecting them and you're not spending quality time with them. So it was a really interesting and insightful conversation. And it was the first event that I've ever been to like that, where there was a speaker talking about a relationship. And I thought it was just a really great and very insightful talk. So I definitely want to go to more of those in this new year because I really did learn a lot and take a different perspective away from it. I'm about to start prepping for dinner, but I think I'm going to end the vlog here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.